Welcome everyone to the fourth episode of the Hartlepool United FIFA 23 Road to Glory in what could potentially be my last ever FIFA 23 video. After a horrible end to last year, this will be my fourth season down in League 2. Now normally, if I don't make it in the first year, I'm annoyed because you should easily go up. If I don't make it in the second year, then it's a just horrible decision. Third year. This will be my fourth year now, all the way down in League 2, and I stand by it. If we do not get promoted this year, I am done with FIFA 23. It'll be all over because there's no way that I will allow myself to do this. Especially when you look at this team that we have. Lowest overall player is a 62 overall. After that, it's a 67. This team is just way too good to still be stuck down here in League 2. Youth Academy is going to help us get over the hump, potentially. 4-star scout to Ukraine, 4-star scout to Moldova, and a 4-star scout to Romania. Dang has been sold to FC Voluntari over in Romania, I believe, for just over 800k. Curtis Rootley will be joining MLS side LAFC for the rest of the year. Good experience for him. Doumbia is going to Austria to join FK Austria Vine for a full season. Coit Sar is going to Portugal at Boa Vista FC. Patrick Johnson heading over to the Netherlands to join NEC, team I've considered doing a career mode with in the past, so good for him. Gabriel Elliott's joining Villarreal CFB. I don't really know how realistic that would actually be, in real life. Do B teams loan in players from other clubs? And joining the team from the Youth Academy, Julio Guzman, Argentinian center back, 18 years old, 71 overall. Put him in that back three instead of Elliott, we have a League 1 ready side. Darlington Hassan's been sold to Cremonese for just over $2.5 million. Toby Berry joining the team from the Youth Academy only because he asked, but he does have the flare passes trait. Currently a center back, working to get him to a central defensive midfielder. Definitely someone that is kind of a little personal project I would like to work on for the future. But it's already now FA Cup time as we travel to the Valley, a stadium I've played many games out on FIFA, as we face off against the mighty Charlton. But yeah, look at this team. You saw the overalls before. Lowest overall is a 67, and that's, I think, already now a 68. It's a bit of an unconventional formation, the 3-4-3 diamond, I'm not going to lie. Don't really know how well things are going to go for me personally, but if it fits the team the best, hopefully we can get a good result. And here are the highlights. So we won the game 4-2, thanks to a hat-trick from John, goal from Mohamed. As you can look at the stats, we dominated, definitely deserved to win, and we get to move on in the cup. Cristea is joining the team from the Youth Academy. A very good playmaking outside mid to really fit this 3-4-3 system. Definitely want to use him from Moldova. Radu is a very offensively focused central defensive mid. I want to try to keep him as a CDM for as long as I possibly can. Just in the case of the future, I want to do a full-on deep line playmaker type defensive mid. So I don't know if I'm going to use him immediately, but do expect to see him in the future. Same goes for Dinu Cristea. A little bit more of an offensive. He's a left winger, so it's kind of just showing the difference between what I want in our wingers and what I want in those outside midfielders. Absavorn Peterson, Icelandic center defensive mid. He's big and he's strong, so we'll take him. Pavel Popov, very good box-to-box player, very good all-around player. Probably need a loan spell or two, but expect to see him in the future. Emir Young from Wales, nothing too crazy about him, just a pretty average winger, I guess. And currently in the league, 1 single goal off of automatic and 6 points ahead of playoffs. So we're in a very, very good spot where things currently are. Obviously, we have a young team that's just continuing to improve. So hopefully we can get over that hump and finally go up to League One. Youth Academy also heading now to Venezuela to get some defenders, heading to Ecuador to get some strong players, and heading to Colombia to get some attackers. Cristea is going on a half-year loan move to Jumbo Kundai, I believe over in South Korea for the rest of the season. Jensen has been sold to Magdeburg over in Germany for just over $1 million. Now it's time for a FA Cup tie as we travel to the Rodney Parade to face off against Newport County in Wales. Now I've decided to switch the team to a 4-2-3-1. I'm still a little hesitant on playing that formation. I didn't really like it that much, and I think the 4-2-3-1 suits his team a little bit better, so I think we should do pretty well in this one. Here are the highlights. So we won this game 4-3, hat-trick from Umrah, goal from Ghamdi. Just excellence from the boys. Absolutely thrashing a fellow League 2 side. Wisdom John has been sold to Karagumruk for 1.7 million. Nokasi, South African center back, sold to Villarreal CFB, who we are oddly doing a lot of business with recently. Dinu Cristeo will be going on a 2-year loan move to Real Oviedo, who I believe are still in the second tier of Spain, but much higher competition. Do expect him to be pretty good when he comes back from that loan spell. Pavel Popov going to Poland for his 2-year loan move. Tom Crawford has been sold to Pisa for 1.3 million, heading over to the second tier of Italy. With all the young players we have, just no more space for him, so I think it's a good bit of business for both of us. Rolly Kook is joining Haibi CF in China for just under 600k. Eric Boateng's been sold to Christensen for just 760k. And we do have a little bit of an issue as we're just a couple of days into February, as the board is already holding performance review meetings. Little bit concerning. I don't blame them. I would be too, but we're pretty much fighting for a job and fighting for the series at this point. Pruti has been sold to Al Nassr over in Saudi Arabia Fofana has been sold to De Gorfs over in Sweden, Dykov to Wrocław in Poland, Mensah to Bohemian over in Ireland, Parn to Accrington, Anderson to Sampdoria for $5.9 million. If you remember from the FA Cup game against Newport County, he wasn't playing. That's just because I don't really like the way he plays in game, so sold him for pretty much $6 million. We won Manager of the Month for the month of April. Joining the team from Youth Academy is our future goalkeeper, Liviu Radu, 91 to 94 potential. He's I believe that's sweeper keeper or rushes out a goal, exactly what I want in a goalkeeper, so definitely the goalkeeper of the future for us. Toma could be competing for that spot though, as he has 82 to 92 potential, so really just seeing what happens with them. Samuel Kemp is joining the team as a very good defensive midfielder. Really like the way that all of his stats look. Same goes for Jakob Peterson, 6'1" Icelandic CDM, 88 to 94 potential, perfect all-around player. Right now he's just an athlete. Technical skills will get better in the future, probably a couple of loan spells, and then he will be a star at the club. Kwame John's been sold to Crystal Palace, as for some reason they're buying a backup player for $1.7 million, but it's our first player sold to a Premier League team, so I'm not going to complain. Oliver Finney is joining Alanspor over in Turkey, and we got automatic promotion. Very anticlimactic, I know, but we were just consistently like 10 points behind Accrington and a couple of points ahead of Oxford, and just the way that things lined up, we already clinched by the time I was looking to play some games to end the season, so series is going to continue, so that's a little bit of good news. FA Cup knocked out in the 4th round by Sheffield United. Carabao Cup knocked out in the 2nd round by Norwich. Papa John's Trophy knocked out in the 2nd round by Wimbledon. Guzman, who just joined the team, appeared in the most games for the club at 50. Peterson, 44. Gonzalez, Popov, Mohammed, John, Al-Ghamdi, Umrah had 43. So we still have that core group of players for us. Umrah, a little bit less goals than last season, but it was because he was getting help from elsewhere, as he only had 17, but Ghamdi had 13, John 10, Mohammed 8, Hassan 7, so got help elsewhere. Ghamdi leading assister for a second year in a row with 8, Anderson had 7, John had 6 along with Hassan. No players leaving the club with an expiring contract, as everyone is currently staying, and Al-Ghamdi's value is now $34 million, so it's even more tempting. I could sell him and pretty much buy a brand new squad that's going to be Premier League ready in 3-4 years, but I think I want to hold on to him, make him the franchise cornerstone. So no trophies still for us, but more wins than losses overall. That's pretty good. And looking at this team, I think we might go back to back. I think maybe a new left back, maybe a new right back, but I don't think anywhere else is a pressing need. I feel very good about how we've gotten to where we have gotten, and then most importantly, the series is still going on. I'm still making FIFA 23 videos, and next episode, up in League 1, fully expect us to go back to back, but as this series has shown me, nothing is an absolute. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you did, and I'll see you all for episode 5.